So, 4 in the morning, Bangkok. A black Ferrari tears down Sukhumvit Road at 177 kilometers per hour. It slams into a police officer on a motorcycle, Sergeant Major Wichian Klanprasert, 47 years old. The car drags his body more than 100 meters down the street, with his motorcycle tangled underneath. Then the driver floors it and runs. Police follow a trail of oil and brake fluid to a gated estate less than a kilometer away. They find the wrecked Ferrari, windshield shattered, bumper dangling. They find the driver. He is the grandson of the man who co-founded Red Bull. His family is worth $27 billion. And today, more than 12 years later, he is still free. Welcome to C Daily Buzz. His name is Vora Youth boss Yoovidhya. His grandfather, Chaleo Yoovidhya, co-created Red Bull, the energy drink that is now in every airport, every gas station, every fridge on the planet. The family holds roughly 50% of the entire Red Bull empire. Their net worth? Approximately $27 billion. That night in September 2012, Boss was allegedly behind the wheel. He tested positive for cocaine. He posted $15,000 bail, paid by his father, and walked out. His lawyers claimed a chauffeur was actually driving. The blood test? He claimed he had drunk wine after the crash, not before. Then, the real story began. Over the next 5 years, Boss was summoned to court 8 times. 8 times, he simply did not show up. Nothing happened. No arrest, no warrant enforced. The system did not move. April 2017, prosecutors finally formally charged him. Speeding, hit and run, and reckless driving causing death. Within days, Boss boarded a private jet and fled the country. And here is where it gets worse. The speeding charge had already expired in 2013. The hit-and-run charge expired in 2017, while he was still free. In 2020, prosecutors dropped the one remaining charge, reckless driving causing death, citing new evidence. That new evidence? A police expert had quietly revised the speed estimate. Not 177 kilometers per hour, now, allegedly, 79. Just under the legal limit. No explanation given. The number just changed. Thailand exploded. Red Bull boycotts trended nationally. International headlines ran worldwide. The family issued a public apology. Charges were reinstated under public pressure, but Boss did not come back. February 2024, 8 officials, including a former national police chief, were criminally charged for reportedly helping him evade justice. April 2025, 2 former prosecutors were convicted and jailed for their role in the cover-up. That is a real conviction, in a real courtroom, for people who helped a billionaire's son escape accountability for killing a police officer. Boss is believed to be living in France or Austria. The dead officer's family was reportedly paid $94,000 in blood money not to press charges. They later said they regretted signing that agreement. The last remaining charge expires in September 2027. After that, it is over. Legally. Permanently. Wichian Klanprasert left behind a family. His life was valued at $94,000. The man who allegedly took it is eating dinner somewhere in Europe right now. Joe Low allegedly orchestrated the theft of $4.5 billion from Malaysia's state investment fund, 1MDB. That story has been told. What has not been told is what he did with it. Picture this, a Las Vegas birthday party at the Palazzo Hotel. The guests? Leonardo DiCaprio, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Pharrell, Psy, Jamie Foxx, Swizz Beatz, all in the same room, all reportedly paid to be there. DiCaprio alone allegedly received around $500,000 just to board a private jet and show up. Among the birthday gifts, 3 Italian motorcycles and a $2.5 million Bugatti Veyron. For one birthday, one single night. That was just a Tuesday for Joe Low. He dated Victoria's Secret supermodel Miranda Kerr for about a year. During that time, he gifted her over $8.1 million in jewelry, including an 11-carat diamond pendant and an 8-carat heart-shaped diamond. The U.S. Department of Justice later seized every single piece. Kerr cooperated and handed it all back. He spent $250 million on a 300-foot super yacht called the Equanimity, complete with a Turkish bath, a cinema, and a helicopter landing pad. The Malaysian government eventually seized it and sold it for $126 million, half what he paid. He spent $310 million on art, and then there is the detail that is almost too perfect. Joe Low invested approximately $100 million into the production of The Wolf of Wall Street, a movie about a fraudster living in excess, squandering stolen money on parties and yachts. He funded that movie with stolen money. Leonardo DiCaprio thanked him by name at the Golden Globes. 6 months later, the DOJ investigation exploded. Where is he now? For years, no one knew for certain. Then in July 2025, the investigative team behind Project Brazen ran a viral live stream, Finding Joe Low. Their conclusion: he is living in Shanghai, China, under a fake Australian passport. The name on that passport? Konstantinos Achilles Vase. Malaysia, the United States, and Singapore all want him. He is reportedly working behind the scenes for the Chinese government, helping sanctioned firms evade international restrictions. He is not hiding in a bunker. He is in Shanghai, living in a mansion, still free. Pham Nhat Vuong is Vietnam's richest man. He got his start selling instant noodles to Vietnamese immigrants in Ukraine in the 1990s, sold that business, returned home, and built Vin Group: real estate, hospitals, schools, resorts. Then he decided to build an electric car company. He called it VinFast. Wall Street was not interested in a traditional IPO. VinFast had never turned a profit. It had sold roughly 24,000 total vehicles. Tesla sells that many in a single week. So VinFast went public through a SPAC merger in August 2023. Here is the critical detail. Only about 1% of VinFast shares were actually available to trade. Vuong held the other 99%. Low float, massive hype, and the stock absolutely went insane. VinFast opened. The stock soared 830%. At its peak, VinFast's market cap hit $191 billion. For context, that is bigger than Ford, bigger than GM, bigger than BMW. A company that had sold 24,000 cars total was, on paper, the third largest automaker on Earth. Vuong, owning 99% of that, briefly had a paper net worth of $60 billion. He was, for a few surreal weeks, one of the wealthiest people on the entire planet. Reddit threads went viral. Financial Twitter could not process it. Then gravity did what gravity does. The stock crashed more than 97% from its peak. By 2024, VinFast had lost over $2 billion. It closed its North Carolina plant. It pulled out of Indonesia. Vuong is now personally injecting cash to keep the company afloat. But here is the thing. VinFast is still operating. Vuong is still Vietnam's richest person. He is still funding his dream. The company is not a ghost. The stock market just went completely spectacularly insane. And for a few weeks, the numbers said a Vietnamese EV startup was worth more than Ford and GM combined. The stock market is undefeated. This entire episode, we have covered real billionaires. A Ferrari going 177 kilometers per hour, a super yacht, diamonds seized by the DOJ, a stock worth more than Ford. Now meet the most watched billionaire in Southeast Asia, Bobby Saputra. YouTube channel, 840 million views. Videos of supercars, private jets, caviar dinners, mansion tours, champagne sprays. His signature intro: "I'm Bobby Saputra, and I'm a Chinese Indonesian. We are the richest people in the world." Indonesia went wild. Millions watched. Millions believed. Here is the twist. Bobby Saputra is not real. He is a character, a satirical persona created by Ben Sumadiwirya, a 31-year-old former private chef from London. The supercars are borrowed. The mansions are loaned for filming. The watches are props. Every single luxury item in those videos was rented or borrowed from wealthy friends he met while cooking for them. Bobby Saputra is a parody, a razor-sharp satirical mirror held up to Indonesia's ultra-wealthy class. The Anak Sultan culture, the rich kid TikTok flex, the inherited wealth with zero self-awareness. Ben built a character so accurate that millions of people genuinely thought he was real. The SCMP called him the hero Southeast Asia needs. The University of Melbourne published academic analysis of the phenomenon. It has been covered as a genuine sociological event, not just a viral joke. 840 million views, not for a real billionaire, for a fictional one, because the fictional one was somehow more believable. We spent this whole episode watching real billionaires, their Ferraris, their yachts, their diamond gifts, their $191 billion stock stunts. And the most watched one of them all was completely made up. That might be the most Southeast Asian twist of all. That is a wrap on EP11 of SCA Daily Buzz. If you made it this far, drop a comment below. Which story hit you hardest? The Red Bull cover-up? The Wolf of Wall Street irony? The VinFast market madness? Or the fake billionaire with 840 million views? We drop new episodes every week. Hit subscribe so you never miss one. And if this episode was worth your time, smash that like button. It helps more people find the channel. See you next week.